this. How dare you!
How dare you!
So we've been talking about 15-minute cities on this channel for a while now. Richard, we got a video out about Nova Scotia and the actual letter that they issued to Richard, one of our viewers, who happily sent the letter in to us, and we have a video on that. I'll put a link to it in the description and at the end of the video. But now we've got something I saw this week, and it's a girl who spoke in Oxford, and she's going up against Greta Thunberg.
And fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you!
This girl gave the best anti-15-minute city speech that I think anyone's ever done. She did a really good job, and I thought I'd come and share it here. So here you go, guys. Have a look at this English Greta Thunberg. Anti-Greta Thunberg, should I say. Okay, let's have a look.
More or less what other people are going to say about the effect of these 15-minute neighbourhoods, soon to become digital ID facial recognition zones. Let's say my friend lives in zone 3 and I'm in zone 1. If, for example, I went to my friend's house in zone 3, my parents normally come and pick me up in their car. It only takes 10 minutes. So does that mean that they would have to go round the ring road and back into town again? If my mum or dad had to drive round the ring road, it would take 30 minutes, causing much more pollution and leaving a much bigger carbon footprint.
Exactly, much bigger carbon footprint. This is what I don't get about the 15-minute city, is that places like Oxford are forcing people to go out of the city and drive around to come back in the other side. Now the reason for that, just to explain, is that they were going to restrict people to like 100 visits out of their area per year, and any other visits out of their area would be a fine. You would get a fine.
They will say, you can walk home. Would that be safe for me to walk home? Me as a 12-year-old walking home in the dark alone. Is that really going to be safe? Then they will say, oh, don't worry about that. We've already thought of that. You'll be safe. We will have 1,000 cameras on the streets following you and tracking you all the way home. Oh, and just remember, it's for your safety. What? Are you serious?
Yeah, those cameras that we're talking about are ULEZ cameras, ultra low emission cameras. At the moment they're charging people $15 to just enter an area, and at the moment, look at this, people are actually, there's a group going around ripping these cameras out and taking them away. They're really fed up in England. Let's just hope this doesn't come to Canada, any of this.
Do you really think I want to be watched every second of the day? Are you serious? Thousands of cameras tracking my every move until I get home. At this point, I have to ask, is my safety that important to me that I want to be followed by cameras all the way home? Or do I prefer to have freedom than privacy? For your information, I still wouldn't feel safe. No amount of cameras is going to stop someone who wants to attack me. I want to be safe, but not to the extent that I am prepared to give up my freedom and my privacy to have it. As a 12-year-old, I am really concerned about my future. And to Klaus Schwab, I say this. How dare you!
How dare you!
How dare you!
How dare you!
How dare you steal my childhood and my future! And the future of all children by enslaving us in your crazy digital surveillance prison. We all know where this is leading. These are the first steps of a dystopian reality called 15-minute neighbourhoods. From a small seed, a huge tree can grow. Climate change is being used to control us, to nudge us in the direction the greedy people want us to go. The truth is that the greedy people want total control over everything we do, everything we think, and everything we say. Our government has been hijacked by greedy and selfish imposters posing as politicians. They believe they are better than us and masters over us. And until this problem is effectively dealt with, the tyranny will continue.
I think we can all agree that she explained why we shouldn't have 15-minute cities perfectly. Some people will disagree with me. Some people will disagree with the young girl. Some people will disagree with anyone just for disagreeing. People just like to disagree. But 15-minute cities No, we don't want them, thank you. Like we don't want carbon tax, and we don't want expensive food, and we don't want to be kicked out of our houses because we can't afford to pay the mortgages. We don't want any of that. Till next time.